I love dealing with families who do the Costco shopping, right? We bring home tons of food and we expect our little pantries to be able to hold it, or we know full well that it's not going to hold it, but we have high hopes anyway that something can happen. There's this on the other side of the coin. We want our pantries to look like, the Khloe Kardashian pantry, where there's 4 inches of space in between these beautiful containers that we just spent $3,000 on at the Container Store. We want our house to look like that, but we also know that we have to pack in enough food for our entire family for, the 2 days that it takes our kids to eat through it all, right?
Right.
So there's this dichotomy between what we want our pantries to look like and what is realistic for us. There's this thing called decanting that I want to talk about really quickly. That's when we buy a package from the store, we bring it home, we open it up, and we pour it into another container that we have at home. That's called decanting. A lot of times people love the idea of decanting, and it is not practical. So when you take a look at your pantry and you want a beautiful pantry, but you also recognize that you need to be realistic for your family, recognize what you do and you don't want to decant. If you are not a meal prepper, you're probably not a decanter either, because it takes time to empty out all of those packages into the bins that you already have. And if the bin is smaller than the package that you buy
You have
from Costco,
leftovers.
you have leftovers. Do you have a place to store the
Story of my
leftover?
life.
Ah, so unless you have a huge extra storage room downstairs where you can put the leftovers that then you can go shopping from, you're probably not going to want to decant either. So, for example, in my kitchen, I decant nuts and seeds because I like them in airtight containers because they do go stale,
Mhm.
and the oils in them can go bad. So I decant my nuts and seeds. But when it comes to cereals, kids' snacks, chips, I just leave them in the boxes that they come in. And I buy the boxes of chips. If I didn't buy the boxes of chips, I would buy a big bin to decant all the chips into so that they don't flop all over the place. So if anything comes in a box, it's so much easier to just cut off the flaps of the box to keep it open so that it's accessible, but you don't have to go drop $3,000 on your pantry and then waste your time decanting things and then have leftovers. All you're doing is giving yourself more work. Knock it off. Realize that for a functional kitchen, you're going to have a balance between the things that you're going to keep in the box and the things that you are going to want to decant. It's going to save you time, it's going to save you money, and it's going to save you frustration. You
You
don't
just
need
made
to
me feel
decant
so much
everything.
better about not having all matching containers in my pantry.
Just be realistic. If it comes in a box, cut off the flaps and keep it in the box. If it
Yes.
doesn't, if it comes in a bag and it's flopping all over the place, then seriously consider decanting it so that it stays in its place.
I've noticed that a lot of boxes now come with the perforations so that you
Yes.
can,
Yes.
like, all my protein drinks, I can rip off the top and it all looks all nice and neat, and you can just have the top off. There's, even soda can boxes have the thing where you can rip off the end and it
Yep.
works like its own little dispenser. So I
Yep.
think manufacturers are kind of helping us out with that too.
Which is wonderful. So when it comes to your pantry and your fridge, don't worry about decanting everything. You will spend a lot of money and you will waste a lot of time. Watch what you've got, watch what you want it to look like, and make it functional for you. That is my happy hack for this week.
Love it.